Hello. Happy Friday to everybody. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song, Magic One Day at a Time. I'm Kathy Bullock coming to you from Berea, Kentucky. This whole fabulous thing is sponsored by Carpe Diem, and I'll introduce you to our fearless leader shortly. But I am so happy to be here and to see all of you, those who are joining us online, as well as those, our family in our Zoom today. Welcome. Happy Friday. I'm telling you, we have a fabulous guest today. No stranger to the Daily Antidote of Song. Yes, Mr. David Roth is here. He's here. Oh, I just love this guy, and all that he brings is fabulous. All right, y'all, this is day 1916. Say that again, 1916 consecutive days where we have aired this fabulous, joy-inspired, filled, I don't know if that's a word, but anyway, this time together. And I'm just so happy to be a part of it. Now I get to greet you all individually, and then we get to hear from the great David Roth. So, David, coming back to you from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Clelio, who's one of our fabulous tech people. Hi, Clelio. And Joe, who is, I call her our fearless leader. I always do this. When I mention Joe Rossi's name, I mean, really, y'all, really. There's a whole thing. I just say lots of love to her. Making this fun. Arlene in Berkeley, California. I love her background. Susan in Cincinnati, up the road from me. Candace, who's another one of our fabulous tech people coming from Los Angeles. Bob and Mabel and their bears from Massachusetts. Becky from the British Columbia, Hoda from British Columbia, hi Ned from Michigan, Kathy from Colorado, hey, Sheila and her Gibson, all right, Neil from Boston, Kathleen from Albuquerque, Bonnie from Idaho, hi Bonnie, Catherine from Catherine from California, and then Susan, maybe, good to see you, Susan. And Aloysius from Massachusetts. Jenny is joining us. Gary, we have a video from Gary in Massachusetts. Adele, hi Adele. Nancy from Washington State is joining us. Karen from Iowa City, Iowa. Caroline, she's back home in Idaho. All right, let me change my screen. Let's see who we have now. Kathy from California. Luda from Victoria, British Columbia. Ruth and Clyde from Birmingham, UK. Hi. Storm from Massachusetts. Hey, Kevin from New Hampshire. And hey, Athena from Brooklyn. Hey, Sue in Seattle. Julie in Ontario, Canada. And Sarah in Texas. Hey, Harriet in Chicago. Terry's joining us from D.C. Bob from Albany, and Suzanne, hey, Baba Jim from Maryland, Cricket from Maryland, and Linda from California, and Alora. Thank you all for joining us today on the Daily Antidote of Song, along with those who have joined us online. Take a deep breath in with me, and blow it out. And I always say, why we do that? Because we can. Because we can. There's some who did not wake up this morning. We did. We get another chance. So I'm filled with joy just for that alone. In the midst. Now let's turn to, on day 1916, to the great David Roth, coming to us from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, a fabulous songwriter, mover and shaker. I have been so blessed by his music and his spirit, and I'm turning it over to him now. Take it away, David.
Well, what an honor to be back with you all on Interdependence Day. You know, here we are, and I'm so honored to be back with you all. I was telling Joe and Dr. Bullock before we started.
Whoops, David Roth, you just got muted somehow in the world.
All right, let's see if that's better.
We stopped at what you were telling me.
Okay. Well, what we were talking about before the stream started was I'm going to bring you halfway into my world of verbiosity, where it clashes with the sing-alongosity. And I'm going to sing this song through first time without putting it in the chat because I need the practice. It's kind of new. It was written just a little over 2 weeks ago. I think many of you might remember the day it was. Well, let's just give this a try, and then we'll get into a robust, what I hope is a robust discussion afterwards. And then maybe we'll sing it again, and if we're really sailing along, I've got a very short, easy sing-along to do that I can slip in there. So I'm prepared for anything, and here goes something, all right? This all happened because I was looking at social media before I went and held up my sign a few Saturdays ago. I tip my hat to Cynthia Kaplan, brilliant New York artist, for putting up her protest sign on Facebook Saturday. It sparked a bit of repartee in my imagination on this 14th day of June before that really big parade. She made a list of kings that we can live with, so you'll see, and I'll expand a little bit and see if you agree. Carole King, in her you've got a friend, a king who I could live with, how I love the songs she's penned. Carole King, oh Carole King, with common sense to spare, a king who weaves such tapestry is wonderful and rare. So far so good. Another king I like a lot, a writer quite contrary, kept me up for many nights with stories that were scary. Stephen King, who lives way up in Maine. Stephen King, oh Stephen King, he gets into my brain. Oh, yet another king I care for, watched him in a movie. Bigger than skyscraper flights, misunderstood and groovy. King Kong, an ape I watched for years. King Kong, a giant among his peers. There's someone else who would be king, a schemer and a scammer. I'll take the Constitution, please, oh, if I had a hammer. Oh boy, if I didn't. Oh, Martin Luther, Billie Jean, and BB make a list. These are kings who lead with love, not leading with their fist. So when it comes to kings, unless to you your name was given, leave the world to those who love a world we all can live in.
Oh my! All the world that we can live in.
World we all can live in. How
We
about it?
all
What do you
can
think?
Oh my gosh! David, that is so profound.
Well,
Tell
you
me
know-
the story behind that. I already know
now,
part of it. I've
Cynthia
written down
Kaplan is a-
Carole,
yeah.
Stephen, King Kong, MLK, BB King, and Billie Jean. Talk to us about the king.
Well, you know, for basketball enthusiasts, I left out Bernard King, who played for the Knicks, you know, but there's and the great dogs king throughout movie history, you know, whose only job was to be in service to others. What a concept. Yeah, I was just looking at social media before I went to our big rally in rainy, wet Eastham, Massachusetts, where there were thousands of people in this tiny little town with a windmill on Cape Cod in the pouring rain. It was very inspiring. But I saw Cynthia Kaplan's list that she posted, listing all the kings that she could live with, and I thought, oh, that's great. So I made furiously quick contact with her to see if it was okay to run with this idea. And she said, well, I'm honored that my name would be in a lyric of one of your songs. And I said, it's really not that big a deal, one of my songs. So she gave me her blessing. And I encourage you to look her up on the internet. She's an absolutely takes no prisoners artist living in New York City, doing comedy and social satire, and really saying all the things that I find true in my heart about what's going on in the world on behalf of the human family. You know, so she was the inspiration for the song. I came home and I thought, well, you know, it's kind of sing-songy. So if you notice the structure musically of the verse, it goes, oh, that's our singing dog yelping upstairs. Sorry, I'm going to bring him on next time to sing Home on the Range. He does a really good job of it, and I can't truly. Singing dog, ever had one, Joe?
Oh,
No?
yes.
Oh, yeah. We have to do that next time. Home on the
Yes.
Range, and he'll sing. Oh, he'll sing anything. So will I, as long as I believe in the words. So musically, the structure of the verse goes da 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 da. That's pretty easy. Da 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 da. It's kind of logical. So when we take a whack at this and put these words in the chat second time through, your head might explode a little bit, but I'll go a little bit slower and just invite you into my wordy little world. But it felt important to sing about that day when so many people stood up, to this idea of monarchy, So that's
Oh,
where
I
the
love
song
it.
came from. That's a long explanation. But something else I got to tell you, because I feel like I'm in the garment business today. Over the last year and a half, I've received anonymously 2 T-shirts in the mail. I don't know who sent them to me, and I still don't know. And so far, when I've been talking about this in my shows, 3 people have claimed that they sent it to me, so I know there's some baldashery going on there. This is the first one someone sent me, and this will be a song I do another time for you guys, but see if this is showing on the camera.
Oh, I love it. It says, I'm with the band. Oh, I love it.
It's got all the band books. You can read the titles. And of course, I've got a song called I'm with the Band now that I wrote with Kim Ballou, who is a Unity minister in Cincinnati, Ohio. So this and I still don't know who sent me this T-shirt, but my love for the T-shirt kind of outweighed the creepiness of how I got it, because I don't know where it came from. I think I looked at it online. And then a few months ago, I got another T-shirt, and I couldn't track the shipping codes or anything. This is another one that I just love. Look at this.
Love, empathy, compassion, inclusion, justice, and kindness. Wow.
So when I wear
What a
this
thought.
in my travels, in the world, I get a lot of people coming and say, hey, I really like your T-shirt. And I get a few people looking at me like, oh, it's almost like wearing a red hat in a way. But if anybody has an issue with that, I'm not a fighting person, but I will stand up for any one of these words and many, many more. So
That is right.
if you sent this to me, just let me know. But it's not important that I know. It's important that I embrace these T-shirts in spite of the creepiness about how I got them.
It doesn't feel creepy to me. It feels like somebody's been listening to who you are and says, oh, this is for David. Because of the message you already do.
Well, I appreciate that, but I wouldn't mind being able to thank somebody because I'm a gratitude person. I wouldn't mind being able to thank somebody.
Okay, talk about the one you're wearing.
Oh, this one? All right. I don't know if I can't. Can I zoom in? This is from Unity Village, where I go to a music conference every year in the fall. And pretty much it's another one of those kind of shirts, It's the rainbow. It's got a heart. And it's pretty much says how I feel. I don't have to apologize for wanting everybody to have a card in their wallet that shows their membership in the human family. So
In the human family. Bam! That is both. I want a copy of all 3, so now I'm going to look them up online because that is fabulous.
Kathy, I have a feeling you're going to get some T-shirts sent your way.
Tell it.
And who knows, you T-shirt searchers out there, maybe there's another one coming my way. I don't know. I will tell you this, I don't need another T-shirt, but I'll always take a good message,
Always. And because of the fact that you bring those messages into song in such an exciting and memorable way.
Yeah, like I said,
yes.
not your typical sing-along, but, I pulled some quotes off the internet about the 4th of July, and if I may read a couple, I want you to hear what other people had to say. This is a guy named Gerald Stanley Lee, who I hadn't heard of before. He was a minister, an American writer, and a clergy in New England, where I live, and passed away in 1944. But he said simply this: America is a tune. It must be sung together. I love that. I just love that.
Yes.
And this comes from Franklin D. Roosevelt. Remember always that all of us, and you and I especially, are descended from immigrants and revolutionists. Albert Camus, who wrote The Stranger, said, freedom is nothing else but a chance to be better.
Oh, my God.
Shall I continue?
Would you say that again, please?
Freedom is nothing else but a chance to be better. And how about this one? The fact is, with every friendship you make and every bond of trust you establish, you are shaping the image of America projected to the rest of the world. Michelle Obama.
Boom!
Here's another boom, and then we'll continue the conversation. I've got some more, maybe later if there's time. True heroism is remarkably sober, very undramatic. It is not the urge to surpass all others at whatever cost, but the urge to serve others at whatever cost.
Oh my
Arthur Ashe.
Arthur Ashe.
Yeah.
Not to surpass, but to serve.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
You know, so of course the great Republican Abraham Lincoln said, "Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves."
Oh, I heard that.
Just saying. Yeah.
That's one of those.
Right. So
Wow,
you're off to
David.
Swannanoa, right?
Yes.
And I'm coming to Maryland, of all places, the Mid-Atlantic, for Common Ground on the Hill at McDaniel College in Westminster. I'll be there on Sunday all the way for the week with people like Guy Davis, Tony Trischka, other incredible folk artists, and folk arts too. It's not just music. There's a lot of music. I'm conducting the Instant Angelic Choir, so I'm going to use everything I learned from Dr. Bullock and my new love, Jacob Collier.
Okay, yes.
To enter what I call the laboratory of no wrong notes, where even the chronically timid are encouraged to embrace the natural singing ability we all possess.
Absolutely.
So we're going to
It's
sing.
a wonderful community. If you're
Yeah.
nearby and free, please come and join folks at the Common Ground on the Hill. It's been around for many, many years.
They're
and
like 30 years and counting, you know. something like
Yeah,
that.
fabulous community. And I get to go the week after David, so I
Oh,
won't
right.
be there, but I'll be following up in his wake,
Oh, they're going to hear about you while I'm there next week.
It's all good. Oh, it's all exciting too.
Yeah.
My goodness gracious. Oh, okay, what else you got for us, David?
Well, another quote from Dan Rather, 60 Minutes. Americans will put up with anything, provided it doesn't block traffic.
You know that's true. Oh Lord, it is so true.
Yeah.
We had blockage in our highways because of construction, and we were like, yeah, but you're right.
Well, I'm going to throw a short one in here because then we can revisit the other one. I can see that we're doing okay for time.
We are.
Years ago, I worked as the artist in residence at a place called the Omega Institute. You know, it really helped get me launched in doing a lot of stuff that I've been doing the last many years. And I overlapped with a South African singing group, a cappella, named Lady Smith Black Mambazo.
Whoa.
Yeah, Joseph Shabalala and all of them were there. At
What?
This. Yeah. I was singing with those guys, believe it or not, and that was an honor, I will tell you. So I'm going to see if I've done this right. Oh, yes, I did. I put it in the chat. I've got, I just put something in the chat, and it's a transliteration of some Zulu, and I'm going to take you guys all through this so that you really have something easier to sing along. But you can tell all your friends that you sang in Zulu today, and it was the easiest thing you ever did. This is a song that goes like this. Tulanklizio na lapaksekaya. Tulanklizio na lapaksekaya. Ekaya na lapaksekaya. Ekaya na lapaksekaya. So each of the lines repeats twice. Very nice melody. Here we go. Tulanklizio na lapaksekaya. Tulanklizio na lapaksekaya. Ekaya na lapaksekaya. Ekaya na lapaksekaya. I see some of the chatters are saying that they sang this with me 30 years ago at Omega, but who remembers what it means in English? I'll tell you what it means. It means this. Be still, my heart, even here you are at home. Be still, my heart, even here you are at home. Even here you are at home. Let me hear you sing. Even here you are at home. Zulu. Tulanklizio na lapaksekaya. Tulanklizio na lapaksekaya. Ekaya na lapaksekaya. Kaya. You hold the melody, I'll sing harmony. Tulanklizio na lapakse kaya. Tulanklizio na lapakse kaya. Kaya na lapakse kaya. Kaya na lapakse kaya. Be still, my heart, even here you are at home. Be still, my heart, even here you are at home. Even here you are at home. Hold that melody. Even here you are at home. I'm back. Tulanklizio na lapakse kaya. Tulanklizio na lapakse kaya. Kaya na lapakse kaya. Kaya na lapakse kaya.
That is so much fun. And I feel the dance as it moves, even though we sing Be Still My Heart.
Kathy, you're so right, because there is a dance that goes with it. And when
It's Zulu, there's a dance, you
I'm
know?
gonna be, so
It's South African.
yeah, I'm going to teach it to my choir. It's an easy song to learn, and we do it in 3 parts, and then we dance with it. And I know all the dance moves, which is saying a lot for a person with 2 size 14 left feet. I am telling you.
Oh, I got to get those dance moves from you, David. Is it recorded anywhere?
Yeah, you want to learn how to dance from me, I guarantee you. It's something you want to put on your
No, I'm going
budget.
to teach it. We got to learn it. We got to sing it at Common Ground. Are you going to sing it next week?
Oh, yes.
All right.
Yeah. And then I'm not reading the chat, but I'm seeing things fly by going, I did this with you. I saw this Lady Smith, blah, 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 blah. It's just a great, beautiful, little simple song. And there's another one called Haimal, Galopalo, Pal, Haimal, Galopalo, Pal. And that sounds great. It's really cool. Dance with that. And it means, do not marry him, sister. He has no cows. So
He's a poor man. No cows.
no cows, baby. No cows. So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
Well,
else?
I think as we go toward the end of this session,
It's too
we
short.
wanna go- it's still the 4th all day long.
Yeah.
You have given us such beautiful words and images to remind us of the vision at the highest points of our country, the highest, most loftiest visions of what we aim to be and how we aim to be. And I thank you for that. And I invite all of us to remember that for this day.
You know, Kathy, if I've learned anything over the years, it's that to reply in kind does not break a cycle. So when I get very enraged or activated or, fill in the blank, I personally cannot reply in kind, because then I become what I'm enraged with.
Yeah.
So I must find a way to diffuse and open dialogue. That's all I really want to do, without telling anybody they're right or wrong. But of course, you remember that song I sang a couple years ago, I'm right, you're wrong.
Well, I believe because you do it and there's an underlying concept of love and of acceptance and inclusion in all of what you do. And as King talks about, that hate doesn't conquer hate, but love does. And it can be hard to remember in the midst of me, because if I just gave into all of how I feel, it'd be this crazy black woman running down the street like, ah! So instead, channeling that energy into doing just the things you said, sharing through love and opening dialogue, something that is greater and that empowers us all. Win-win lifts us up, even in the midst of times when we feel bombarded, especially in those times. And all we have to do is go listen to one of your songs, David, and yes, we're on the right journey. We're back on our right track. And so as helping us stay on that track, that means we need to hear your song. What's the title of the song?
It's just called Kings. I didn't have time to work on the title, so that's all I got for today.
That works perfect. Kings. Let's sing the Kings.
We're going to sing the Kings, but I'm going to give you the last, I'm going to give you 3 more quotes sing Kings and give you one final quote from Eleanor
Okay.
Roosevelt, if I may.
Absolutely.
And I'll also mention, if anybody wants to go to Scotland with me, I've got a few openings, about 5 or 6 openings for my Scotland trip, October 9th through 19th. We go all over Scotland looking for the great traditional musicians, seeing the incredible geography, being inspired by the history,
What?
cuisine. Yeah, Scotland.
I'm going to be there in August. So we got to talk. I'm going to be in Perth and in Glasgow.
Is this going to be your first time there?
Oh no, it's probably
no,
the
no,
fifth
yeah.
or sixth time.
Yeah,
but
this is
the
my
fact
sixth time,
is,
too.
well, we're not to Glasgow. Well, no. But the project we're doing is so exciting. Comparing abolitionist songs in the U.S. with those the original songs in Scotland, making connections that we found about them, singing together. So I just need to, and I'll be talking to some fabulous musicians also. So I just need to know who you're gonna be talking to, so I can say, hey.
Yeah. And the other thing, I want to testify to this because I want witnesses. I've got to get you in the recording studio on some of my songs. I want to have you play it on
Yesterday, baby, yesterday.
Okay, yesterday. Yeah. Oh, I got to write
Yesterday.
that down. I like that. So all of y'all, it's great to see you. Thank you, Joe, for this amazing program. I was trying to think of what happened in 1916, which is the day, and that was my father was 6 years old. May he rest in peace. So,
Wow.
an immigrant from Belarus, just north of the Ukraine.
Wow.
So I'm a first-generation American, and Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "America is another name for opportunity." Thomas Paine, if Barbara and Graham Dean are out there, said, "It is impossible to conquer a nation determined to be free." And America was not built on fear. America was built on courage, on imagination, and an unbeatable determination to do the job at hand, said Harry Truman.
Yes.
Yeah, so here we go. You guys ready?
Thank you.
All right, look in the chat, you guys. This is a wordy song. I'm going to take it kind of slow. The introduction is a little Gershwin-esque. It's like a little song within a song, but then when we kick into rhythm, we'll do that sing-songy little melody and just take a whack at it in today's version of the Laboratory of No Wrong Notes. All right. Thanks to all the tech people and every one of you all. Bless you all for keeping us together in these complicated times. I tip my hat to Cynthia Kaplan, brilliant New York artist, for putting up her protest sign on Facebook Saturday. It sparked a bit of repartee in my imagination on this 14th day of June before that really big parade. She made a list of kings that we can live with, so you'll see, and I'll expand a little bit and see if you agree. Sing-songy. Carole King, in her you've got a friend, a king who I could live with, how I love the songs she's penned. Carole King, oh Carole King, with common sense to spare. A king who weaves such tapestry is wonderful and rare. Another king I like a lot, a writer quite contrary, kept me up for many nights with stories that were scary. Stephen King, oh Stephen King, and who lives way up in Maine. Stephen King, oh Stephen King, he gets into my brain. Here's another king I care for, watched him in a movie. Bigger than skyscraper flights, misunderstood and groovy. King Kong, an ape I watched for years. King Kong, a giant among his peers. Curveball! There's someone else who would be king, a schemer and a scammer. I'll take the Constitution, please, oh, if I had a hammer. Oh, yeah. Martin Luther, Billie Jean, and Bibi make the list. These are kings who lead with love, not leading with their fist. So when it comes to kings, unless to you your name was given, Leave the world to those who love a world we all can live in. When it comes to kings, unless to you your name was given. Leave the world to those who love a world we all can live in.
Yes, 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 everybody join me in thanking David Roth.
How'd you do, guys? How'd you do? Welcome to Dave's World.
I thought we did really well. I thought you tutored us through it well. We knew what was coming and we got the message and we sang and it was fabulous.
Well,
Fabulous on this July 4th. You have another one, another quote to leave us with, you said?
I do. And again, thank you all. I hope to see you out there somewhere. It's very meaningful to get together in person. As it is to get together here. So come find me. I'll come find you and I'll give you everything I got. Okay. Eleanor Roosevelt leaves us with this. Courage is more exhilarating than fear. And in the long run, it's easier. We do not have to become heroes overnight. Just one step at a time, meeting each thing that comes up, seeing it is not as dreadful as it appeared. Discovering we have the strength to stare it down.
Wow. Thank you, David. Discovering we have the strength and the courage.
Now, that doesn't mean thoughts and prayers or everything's going to be okay. It means action, making phone calls, writing postcards, showing up, going to your local town meetings, letting your presence be felt through action.
At every level, it's important. At every level, if it's just the person next to you, or if it's on a grander scale, whatever, all of that, we need it all. Yep. We need it. We need each other. We need. Thank you, David. Thank you, Eleanor, for that. Making it plain. Wow, 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 wow. Woo! So with that in mind, let me tell you, as I ride on the wave of this fire, let me tell you what's going on tomorrow and what we have. Well, let me tell you, this week, as usual, was pretty fiery and fabulous. We had Lisa Doja from the UK on Monday. We had my friend Elise Witt from Georgia Tuesday. We had on Wednesday, we had Elsie Eastman from Chicago. We had Una McCann. That's my friend in Ireland, Belfast. I'm going to see her in August. I didn't know that she was going to be here on a daily Antidote song. She's a fabulous person. And then we had today the great David Roth from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Only one fabulous David. Tomorrow we have the great Reggie Harris coming to us from Michigan, another person close to my heart. And then we have Irene Espiritu from California. Joe, I don't know where you get it. Finding all these gems like every day. They're pretty fabulous. So please join us tomorrow. And if you missed the other days, you can watch them, the recordings. Check us out on YouTube and maybe on our Facebook. But the thing is, we are here every day, noon, Eastern Daylight Saving Time. So we're day 1916, and I'm going to say, what's that last word? What's that last lick?
Leave the world to those who love a world we all can live in.
Leave the world to those who love a world that we can live in. Wow! Can it get any better than that on July 4? Woo! Okay. I'm going to get a little excited. All right. Thank you, David, again. Thank you. Much love to you. Thank you for just journeying and carrying us through that with these fabulous messages of hope and inspiration. Cleo, thank you for your tech there in New Jersey. And Joe Rossi, we would none of it possible without you and your team and the vision for the thousands of days that we're doing this. Arlene, got to see you in Berkeley. Susan in Seattle. And Candace, thank you for your tech and helping us to get together. Bob and Mabel and your bears in Massachusetts. Hoda in British Columbia. Kathy in Denver. Hey. Neil in Boston. Happy 4th of July. Donna in Maryland. Kathleen in Albuquerque. Kathy in California, and Baba, Jim in Maryland, Sue in Cincinnati, Carolyn back home in Idaho, Luda, Victoria, British Columbia, Sarah in Texas, Laurie, good to see you, Leanna, oh hey in Vermont, Cricket, hey in Maryland, Martha in Oregon, thank you, Kevin, New Hampshire, Ruth and Clive in Birmingham, UK, Sydney in San Francisco, and let me change my page, Nan, hey in Michigan, Annette in California, hi Storm, so happy always to see you, and see you, Becky in British Columbia, from British Columbia, Cosmic, welcome, Jim Scott, who's one of our leaders from the Daily Antidote of a Song. Thank you, Jim, for joining us and helping make this possible. Oh my goodness, Laris from the United Kingdom, hey, Kat from Vermont, Deli from Maryland, Susan from Seattle, hey, Linda from California, Aloysius from Massachusetts, Phil and William in Newcastle in the UK. I'll be up there in end of July. I hope to see you then. Nancy in Washington, Diane in New Hampshire, Gary and Christy in Massachusetts, careful driving, Curly Tops in Vermont, Ray, hi Joe's mom, Olga, hi Christine in Ottawa, and Lisa, Elizabeth in California, Lynn in Connecticut, Moon in Alexandria, and Athena. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Sending you hope, inspiration, love, especially on July 4th today. Straight from the Carpe Diem. Have a fabulous day, y'all.
Sheila, I love that guitar.
She's jamming on it, isn't she? I can tell.
She's got the same one I bought in high school. That's what she's telling me. And I got it in Chicago myself, Sheila.
Oh, wow. That's exciting. Thank you, Sheila, with that Gibson.
Bye, everybody. See you all tomorrow on the Daily Antidote Song. We want to welcome all the new people to stay after today for a quick message. And also, if you're interested in hearing about our plastic activism project during Plastic Free July, stay after and we'll tell you a little bit about it. See you all tomorrow. Thanks so much, everybody. David and Kathy, lots of love. Great day. Thank you. Bye.